PlayStation Portal has been out for a while now, and honestly, it's evolved a lot since launch. At first, it felt like nothing more than a remote play screen tied to your PS5, but with Sony rolling out cloud streaming for PS Plus Premium members, it's finally becoming something more. You can now pick up the Portal, connect to Wi-Fi, and dive into a growing library of PS5 titles without even turning your console on. In this video, I'm going to want to walk you through some of the best games you should be streaming right now on the PlayStation Portal. And instead of just naming them, I'll explain how they feel to play on this handheld, the pros and cons of streaming them, and why some genres work better than others. Let's start with Cyberpunk 2077. Playing Cyberpunk on the Portal is almost like holding Night City in your hands. The bright neon signs, crowded streets, and rain-slicked visuals all pop on the 8-inch display. Story missions and exploration feel great because they're more methodical, but when things heat up, when you're in the middle of a shootout with multiple enemies, latency can creep in. A quick headshot that feels natural on a console might feel just a little delayed here. Still, for soaking in the atmosphere and diving into quests on the go, Cyberpunk streams surprisingly well. Then we have Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Swinging through New York is already one of the most satisfying gameplay loops on PlayStation, and on the Portal, it actually feels incredible because of the DualSense triggers. The adaptive resistance when you launch a web still translates perfectly. The big difference is that Spider-Man is a very kinetic game. The second your Wi-Fi hiccups, you'll feel it mid-swing or mid-combo. If your internet is solid though, this game is pure joy on the Portal. It's one of those titles that almost feels made for showing off what the device can do. For strategy fans, Unicorn Overlord is a hidden gem on the Portal. Because it's a tactical RPG, it doesn't rely on lightning-fast reflexes. You can take your time making decisions, and latency is almost a non-issue. The colorful artwork and detailed character designs look crisp on the smaller display, and the pacing of the game makes it one of the most comfortable streaming experiences. The only downside is that its slower, methodical style may not be for everyone, but if you enjoy strategy, this is where cloud streaming really shines. Now on the other end of the spectrum, there's Mortal Kombat 1. This one is a test of your connection more than anything else. Graphically, it looks incredible, and if you have flawless internet, the PS Portal feels responsive enough to pull off combos. But this is a fighting game, and competitive fighters are where cloud streaming shows its limits. Even a small amount of lag can make or break a match. If you're just playing casually against AI, it can still be enjoyable, but I wouldn't recommend cloud streaming it for ranked matches or competitive play. For a slower and more artistic experience, Sword of the Sea is an excellent fit. It's all about surfing across surreal desert landscapes, exploring at your own pace, and getting lost in the atmosphere. On the Portal, the colors and smooth motion look fantastic, and because it's not Twitch heavy, latency doesn't really matter. This is the kind of game where the Portal's portability enhances the experience. It's relaxing, immersive, and perfect for a handheld session on the couch or in bed. Ghost of Tsushima is a different kind of masterpiece on the Portal. The lush environments, dynamic weather, and cinematic duels are visually striking even when streamed. Exploration feels smooth, and because combat isn't lightning fast like a fighting game, latency is tolerable. Occasionally, stutters can pull you out of the immersion, but for the most part, it feels like carrying feudal Japan in your hands. Earth Defense Force takes things in a louder direction. This game is chaotic. Swarms of giant insects, alien robots, and non-stop explosions. It's almost a stress test for the Portal's streaming capabilities. On the plus side, it's fun and shows just how much spectacle the cloud can handle. The drawback is that because the screen is so busy, compression artifacts pop up more often here than in quieter games. Still, the sheer scale of EDF makes it a blast to stream. Finally, let's talk about Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. This game blends action, narrative, and atmosphere in a supernatural setting. On the Portal, it's striking because the moody visuals and emotional storytelling really benefit from a portable, intimate experience. The combat is slower and deliberate compared to Twitch shooters, which makes it a strong fit for streaming. There are moments where a dip in responsiveness can be felt during bigger battles, but the pacing of the game helps mask most of that. It's a great example of how story-driven adventures can thrive on cloud streaming. What all of these games show is that the Portal's strengths are best highlighted in slower, story-driven, or single-player adventures. Games that give you time to breathe, whether it's exploring Night City, unraveling a mystery in New Eden, or roaming the fields of Tsushima, are excellent experiences. Games that rely on twitch reflexes and frame-perfect timing, like fighting games or competitive shooters, expose the limitations of cloud streaming. That's it for now, guys. What's the best game you've streamed on the Portal so far? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Peace out.